Kohala Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rahawakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, for pushing 100% truth who grew well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, Shalom. Hey, this is Bakayar Amana. I'm going to put this video up on my backup channel. I know I should be more better at videos, but I can't make them too good. I mean, besides, I've only been around for a little while, so, but, Esau is the end of the world. As I was watching the videos of the brothers in the San Francisco camp, I think out in California. Okay, and I'm glad to hear that them brothers are still around, because, they were talking shit about California and burnt to the ground, pretty much. It's rumors all over the place. Everybody got their personal opinion, yeah. And so it's good to hear that the brothers are still out there. They're still active and they still trying to help preach down the walls of Babylonian Jericho. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was listening to the brothers, and they're right. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Let's get it. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Let's start there. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Right? This is Ezra speaking to Uriel, the archangel. And the archangel Uriel said unto him, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And one of my latest video, the video before, some Edomite came up at the end of my video trying to challenge me on, I think it was, Romans, the Jews and Gentiles, trying to figure out if he could be one of the Gentiles that could be saved. I'm like, it's entirely possible. I tried to give the motherfucker a break. It's entirely possible. You took time out of your busy schedule to come over here to inquire at the mouth of the Most High. Okay? Because I'm the only representation down here in Wichita, Kansas, other than Brother Yukal. And, he's over in the Mexican or Hispanic neighborhood, and then he's downtown with the up under the Indian, at Exploration Place. So, on Saturdays, which I preach on Sundays, up until that point in time, I went to Kansas City. I didn't even know he was here. Okay. I've been out there by myself. I went to Kansas City looking for the apostles of Great Millstone, or the righteous men of Great Millstone that entered into their labors in Kansas City, the Kansas City prophets. And, I didn't find them that first time. I found a fucking bug out, which pissed me off. So I had to go and travel 480 miles back home, pissed off. So the next time I took some time off because it kept bothering me. I took some more time off, and I just bypassed that dude and just kept on traveling down the street that he told me. And I actually ran into the brothers of Great Millstone, and I stood up with them. I was dressed in a Deadpool because me and my old lady, we was gonna go back to Wichita and and watch the Deadpool movie. The new Deadpool movie was coming out that weekend, and we was gonna go watch the new Deadpool movie, so we had bought some Deadpool stuff to match, and I was watching, the brothers, and I mean, they were out there, so, and I was on their live stream, so I figured, like, well, let's see if I can recognize, where they're at on this street. So I kept on driving, whereas once before the dude told me that they were supposed to be on a certain street on a certain corner, and they weren't there, and I stayed out there all the way until the damn sun went down. Me and my wife, we didn't leave until night to go back to Wichita, because I spent all day Saturday trying to find these guys, man, to touch base with them, let them know who I was, where I'm at, what I'm doing, and let them know that I'm by myself, down in Wichita. I thought I was the only one. He said it's another dude down in there called Brother Yukal, and I asked, well, can I get his telephone number? Maybe if you give me his telephone number, we could collaborate or something. I mean, because the brother you call, he got, yeah, I met him. He got a wife and kids, or wife and a kid, which he's young, which is cool. I respect that, shit, at least he trying. It's better than these other millennial fuckers, man. They ain't got a goddamn clue, you know what I mean? But they really don't. But anyway, I stood up with the brothers. I gave the elder of the camp a couple of biblical passages to go over and break down. You know what I mean? And I stood with him. It felt really good, man. I didn't have my garment with me because I had assumed I wasn't gonna find him. I wasn't gonna find him. You know what I mean? But I found him. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, wow, man. So I felt dumb for not wearing my garments. So, but anyway, but like I said before, let's start over. Second Ezra, yeah. But it bothered me because some days I wake up thinking that these oppressive devils, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they're trying to destroy every goddamn thing. Worried about Jacob's trouble. I shouldn't even worry about any of these things. Everything has already been predestinated to happen the way it's happening. Okay? All we got to do is, like the brothers at the San Francisco camp has stated this morning, all we got to do is just step in our foot in the steps in the snow. Whatever. Just step in the footsteps already been laid. That's all we got to do. So, but anyway, as I was learning from Great Millstone, Elder Apostle Kabar, Elder Apostle Aramlab, Elder Manatazak Ba down in South Carolina, Amawan Abad, the brother Yashawamba, and Elder Malcolm, as I was learning, taking all these notes, because all of these men are all, I know it sounds like I'm camp hopping, but I'm not, because they're all Great Millstone men. So, I just went to all these different individuals and their sites and whatnot. I didn't even know what an Edomite was until I ran into Elder Malcolm and Elder Manatazak Ba down there. I ain't had a clue. What the hell is an Edomite, But when they broke it down and I understood, and I went on a quest. I went to go ask these devils, about what they believe on my job, man. That's how bold I got, man. I'm like, wow, man. I had to find out for my own self, man. You motherfuckers, wow, you people, you really eat raw meat? Oh yeah, occasionally, yeah, sure. I'm like, why would you do that, man? You could get. I mean, these people, hey, these people have to be destroyed, man. Everything the Brotherhood at Great Millstone has said and stated about these goddamn Edomite devils, these Caucasians, these so-called white people, is true, man. I'm like, wow, man. I was taught my entire life to look up to them, to try to emulate their actions, to be like them, to go into a business, anything to get the fuck out of the hood, which were the curses of Deuteronomy. But at the time when I was growing up, I didn't know anything about no goddamn curses. Ain't nobody said nothing to me. They just said that we niggas, we ain't gonna never amount to shit. And the only way you can get out of the hood was to either go to church or get you a job. That was the only way out, man. Other than that, you're a drug addict, drug dealer, or gangbanger. That, I'm telling you, man. Okay, that's how I grew up, man. And I'm like, wow, I wanted to get the fuck out, okay, early. So when I was 17, I prayed to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that so that I would not lose my eternal salvation, that he would make me one of his elect. Because as I was reading the Bible back then, on my own without a teacher, I was praying every day, praying to the Lord. At the time, I was praying to the Most High, and I hadn't got to the New Testament yet. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, and I knew about his elect, the elect of in Isaiah 45, the elect in the remnant in Isaiah 10, individuals that have been the chosen in Isaiah 42, Isaiah 44. You know what I mean? I mean Jeremiah. Man, hey, yeah, I had to do something, man, and I was scared. It was just a fear that just took over my body, man. And so, that was the fear of the Lord. Now that I know it on retrospect, but back then, man, yeah, I was scared, man. I was scared every day because my daddy was an alcoholic. My mama was dead. I didn't have any type of, you know, guidance or leadership. You know what I mean, as far as in a positive manner. It was nothing else to do but following behind the gangbangers or the drug dealers. And I wanted another way out. And I figured like this was the only way to go. So I asked the Lord with tears, man, would he make me one of his elect and wake me up in these last days? Because, of course I wanted to experience life, but I didn't want to be caught up in it where it causes my death. You know what I mean? And the Lord spared my life so many different times after that. Okay? He spared my life, man. I'm telling you, I got testimony on it. A testimonial. He spared my life. Gangbangers came by, I was dressed in red. Gangbangers came by Phillips 66 back in 1994 and shot me for nothing. I was putting gas in the car. Of course, I was a little tipsy, left a house party. And I'm typing, hell, I was young and stupid. I didn't know fucking better. What I know. And, they shot me, but I thought they were going to kill me. And it was an angel with an ethereal hand that blocked all of the bullets that were coming towards my face. All these bullets, I was stuck, man. I was a deer in headlights, okay? These bullets came towards my face, man. And each one of them that was supposed to hit me in the face and in the chest exploded before they got there. They exploded, man. And I turned around to run, and that's when I got hit in my leg and I got hit in my hand. Okay, if I would have stood there, that dude would have probably unloaded the entire clip and I'd have never got touched. Not one time. You hear me? I'm telling you, I saw an ethereal hand. The hand was the size of a damn living room door. Or just a little bit smaller than that. And it's like bing, 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 bing. I'm like, wow. So I know that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai actually sends angels to protect you. Okay? He does it, man. I'm telling you, I know what I saw. Goddamn it, man. I know, hey, I might have been tipsy, whatever, but motherfucker, I was tore out the goddamn frame. I was, but there's no mistaking. I was a dead man. I should not be on this video talking to you at all, okay? I'm telling you, man. Ain't no way, man. It was point blank motherfucking range, nigga. I was a corpse. I should not be alive at all, okay? Anyway, so, yeah, the Most High spared my life, man. And at the time I was married, my first wife, they came up to the hospital where I was. And when I saw them, I started laughing. I couldn't believe it, because it was the incredulity that the Most High actually remembered my prayer from 8 years before. Okay, he remembered my prayer, man. When I was 17, he remembered me. Okay, and tears came to my eyes that he actually remembered. Yeah, I'm full of bullet holes. God damn it, I got one in my leg, one in my arm. Okay, but he remembered me. He spared my life, man. You can't make me change my mind forevermore after that. After that, I didn't know what else to do but chase after the Lord, but I didn't have anybody. I didn't have any teachers. I didn't know anything about Great Millstone. I didn't know anything. What the hell do I know? I didn't run into Great Millstone. I just started going to church, reading my Bible every day, getting to know the Lord. There was a lot of stuff in that time on breakdowns. I had no clue, but I knew that I had faith and belief in the words of the book. And things in my life got better and better and better. I mean, prayer actually works. And so, it's an energy of power, man. It really is. A lot of people don't get it. But, yeah. And I was making, I seen the video of Stan Lee that had made the X-Men in the Marvel Universe and all of the different superheroes in the Marvel Universe based on the so-called black condition of the Latinos, the Mexicans, and the Negroes. as well as the Native Americans. How we were oppressed by the government, shunned, talked about, spat on. You know, people make cajoles and jokes about us, talk behind us about our back. You know, proverbs of approach, all of that. He based the Marvel universe that he created on us, because he knew from reading the Bible, because each one of the individuals that made characters in the superheroes genre, comic books, they all base all of these individual superpowers from the 144,000 and how they're going to receive these spiritual powers. So they come up with ideas on how these powers will be manifested. Cryokinesis, pyrokinesis, electrokinesis. You know, you got Storm, you got Thor, you got Lightning Lad on the DC universe. You see what I'm saying? You got, you know, Superman was based on King David. You go to King David in, I think it's Psalm 18, where a bow of steel was bent on the arm of King David, right? The Most High gave King David the power to run through a troop. A troop of men is anywhere between 500 to 1,000 men. Back then. Okay. That's a lot of people King David killed by his goddamn self. Then you wonder why, or I apologize about saying it that way. About himself is what I meant to say. It just came out. I'm sorry. I apologize. Salakia. But yeah. So the Most High made King David invulnerable. So, you know, bow of steel, break, trying to cut him. Okay. He was able to leap. The Most High gave him the ability to leap over a wall, right? Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Okay. Gave him the power to run through a troop, more powerful than a locomotive. See? Because a locomotive will run through a brick wall. Right? What else? The difference is King David, the Most High gave King David feet like hinds feet. You know, Superman's got super speed. Right? Remember they had put a cartoon of Superman and the Flash at the end of the Justice League movie, Superman versus the Flash, to see who's the fastest. Come on, man. Okay. I made a couple of cartoons about that as well. See who was the fastest. Stuff like that. I know I got off kilter about what I'm preaching about, but I'm just saying that it gives me and other individuals that like myself out there of the believers and brothers, you know, and sisters that believe on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It gives us a flicker of hope, knowing that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai had already predestinated all these things to happen before we were ever born. So if we came into this truth here in these latter days, more than likely he made us one of his elect in order to receive this truth. Now, there were other individuals that came in before us that came into the truth, but they went back to the world. Why? What discouraged them? Right? But we're almost at the end now, so it's too late to even try to fathom why anyone would betray or turn their back on the Son of the Most High. You know, after everything he's done, after he laying down his life, called you his friend, shed his blood for you, so this way you'd have an unction from the Most High. You get a break from the Most High. You get blessings from the Most High based on the bloodshed and the atonement that he would cover you, but just simply by believing on his name, man. And this Edomite came out of nowhere on my preaching I was talking about earlier, in the hopes that he could be a Gentile in order to be saved. I'm like, you know, if it's predestinated already, because that was the last question he asked me before he left, and my phone shut off. He said, so you believe in predestination? It's like, yes, it's already written. It's already written in the biblical scriptures, man, that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to be destroyed. Jacob is going to have it. Here it is. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Verse 8. Uri the archangel, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we got the next rulership. Chinese ain't got the next rulership. They hype that shit up in mainstream media like they're going to run things. Russia, they got in the mainstream media that they're going to run things. But the people that are going to run, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai set us up to rule for eternity. You know, and he stretches out the heavens forever in any direction as a garment, like you making up a bedspread, right? And he stretches out eternity in existence forever. And we're going to fill it all up. That way, the biblical prophecy comes to pass. The children of Israel shall number as the sands of the sea. Now, if you go to a seashore, you pick up a handful of sand. Okay. Now, remember, all that sand goes all the way to the bottom of the ocean. Okay. Each granule that you hold in your hand, each sand pebble is a living soul. How many people did you just pick up? You see what I'm saying? How many people are you standing on? You see what I'm saying? That's how you got to look at it, man. You got to look at it, you know, on a spiritual, like an exponential spiritual outside of the box level, man. And praise the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for giving me this insight, you know, and opening my mind and allowing me a window to pierce through that window in the truth and find out what's going on. I try to tell my family, try to tell my brothers, my sisters. They don't want to hear it. All they know is Al Sharpton and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all these other guys, T.D. Jakes and all that bullshit. All them goddamn false prophets and men that cannot save you. You know, like it says in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. You can't be saved. Okay, let's get that one all right quick. Deuteronomy, right? Okay, Psalms 110 and 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. So all of the people that don't believe right now with their unbelief and I don't believe in God and all this other thing. It's a white man's book. A white man wrote it. All this other bullshit on the videos I was watching last night on Elder Monatizak's live stream at home with the brother, Abaya. You know, these people are insane, man. They're going to be willing when they see Yahweh Shah HaMashiach come in the clouds with great power and glory. They're going to be willing to be Israelites. They're going to be willing to be saved. But it is going to be too late. Okay? The books are going to be opened at that time for judgment. Ain't going to be no, you know, I'm coming back to save you. Because he's only coming back to save a few. And those on those few are those that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He ain't coming back for everybody else. I try to tell everybody every week, every time I go out there on the street corner, the Son of the Most High is not coming back to save every fucking body, man. He ain't coming to do it. Ain't gonna happen. Okay? He come to save his elect that were predestinated, like I told that Edomite, that had been graven on the hand of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get that. Let's go to Isaiah. What was that? Isaiah 49 and 11, I think it is. Okay, let's start at Isaiah 49, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will preserve thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourselves. They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. Now, they shall feed in the ways and the highways and byways of individuals that are risking their lives to spread the gospel of this truth, of the predestination of the elect, the remnant that the Most High had already predestinated to be saved here in these last days. Right? And he sent righteous men, pastors, according to his flesh, according to his thought, according to his heart, that feed us in the ways with knowledge and understanding and wisdom of understanding and showing us how to discern the difference between righteousness and unrighteousness, between right and wrong. Right? They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in high places. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat or nor sun smite them. For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them. And the springs of water flow out of the belly. Out of the belly shall flow of a righteous man living water. And the living water is this truth. Right? So I'm like, wow, yeah, that was beautiful. Okay, here it is. Okay, it was Isaiah 49 and 16, but we're going to start at 15. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she would not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yep, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Verse 16 of my point. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Okay. Verse 17. Thy children shall make haste, thy destroyers, and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. So they're going to go forth and be driven before us, and we're going to hear the lamentations of the women, like it says in what do you call it? That movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian, right? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of the women, right? Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. Means the same thing. Crush your enemies. We're going to crush these Edomites, right? See them driven before us in slavery, and hear the lamentations of the women. Yeah, it's too late now, right? Yeah. So, yeah, they're done, man. Like I said before. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 12. Go and proclaim these words toward the north and say, Return, O thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever. Okay? The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sit men on street corners filled with water, with the words and power of living water, man. Shall flow rivers of living water out of our belly. We're telling you the truth to your face, and you ignore us, you talk shit on us, you disrespect us, come up to us, make videos on TikTok talking shit out of the side of your neck, not understanding what you're referring to, what you're talking about. Jeremiah chapter 3, only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power. Right? What is sin? 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. He that sinneth transgresseth also the law, for sin is transgression of the law. Right? Roughly paraphrased. That thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. We scattered our ways of worshiping the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to all these other nations. We give our power to all these other nations. We try to emulate ourselves to be like all these other nations, following in between all these false gods and ideologies of these other wicked nations. Buddhism, atheism, all of this other shit, man. What is it called? Jehovah's wickedness. A lot of our people are caught up in that bullshit. Wow. The Church of Jeebus Crossed and Latter-day Saints, all that old bullshit. Everybody's trying to get into heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there. And that's the only way that's the only way out. Romans chapter 13, these wicked pastors and preachers that are 501c3 tax exempt, they're going to go back and tell you to your face when the time comes that they're telling us we have to take a radio frequency identification microprocessor, or a micro C-hip, right? The C-hip. And they have to have it planted underneath your skin in order to pay to be in this society. What should we do, Pastor? Pastor gonna say you should obey your government. Well, if the government's telling you to take the goddamn mark of the beast, why would you continue to take the fucking mark of the beast? Isn't that ridiculous? You're gonna have to make a stand on what you believe in, man, and you got to stand with the Lord. I know it's gonna be easier said than done, but at the end of the day, if you one of the elect of the house of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you probably won't see any part of this stuff. Let's go get it. Isaiah chapter 65. Right? Because Romans chapter Romans chapter 13 is in Isaiah 65 is the same, pretty much the same thing. They're saying that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, is going to give you into the mouth of the devil. If you go to listen to these pastors and these preachers at your church, and they tell you to listen to your government and obey, and then they give you that biblical passages, Romans 13, 1 through 8, and you listen to that diatribe, you're going to lose your eternal salvation. And your eternal salvation is rulership over your enemies, man. I just explained that to you. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of the Edomite women and all of these heathen nations that spit on you, that hate you. They all have a perpetual hatred for you, all because you're an Israelite. They know who you are. You are the people that don't know who you are. And our job is to wake your ass up and make you understand that who you are. Now, TikTok is filled with blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and other people that don't believe. Everything that came out. All kind of people that come out. Come out, show thyself, right? And you thought, are they not showing themselves unjust and men and women? Right? Isaiah 65 verse 11, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop. Right? Who prepares a table with God loves everybody? Evangelical Christianity, universalist ideology based on monotheistic Catholicism, right? Universalist ideology bullshit. What do they call it? Supersessionism and replacement theology. They go and they explain to you that since the Jews rejected the person they call Jeebus Christ, then the church takes their place. Ain't that a bitch? Get out of here, man. I just showed you in Isaiah 49 and 16 that the Most High has graven thee upon the palm of his hand. Can a woman forget her sucking child or the son of her womb? They may forget, but I will not forget thee. See? So how is that possible that the Most High replaced us with a bunch of goddamn heathen Gentiles? Really? And that furnished the drink offer unto that number, right? They want you to drink from the cup of the Lord's indignation at the end of the day, in order to be a part of supersessionist ideology, God loves everybody bullshit. See, it doesn't make any sense. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Why? Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before in my eyes, and did not choose wherein, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. So you chose, not to believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You chose to believe in Jeebus Christ. Even though we tell you every week, John Trissino in 1524 created the letter J and added it into the English vernacular. For 1,500 years before that, his name was not no goddamn Jesus Christ. Okay? Christ simply means anointed. That's all it means. Okay? Christians that were developed at Antioch through Paul and Barnabas, were messianic believers that believe as Paul believed. And Paul believed in the true biblical Hebrew name of the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, which means he is. And in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, which means he is salvation. Okay? It tells you, Paul tells you in Philippians that he's an Israelite of Israelites from the tribe of Benjamin. Before he was a fucking Roman. He's an Israelite before he's a Roman. So the people that this message will get to are Israelites before you're American citizens. You're Israelites before you're so-called black people, Indian, Mexicans, Latino people. All of these bullshit names that they gave you, so this way they would help hide who you actually are of the 12 tribes. That's how you're lost. And as long as you're lost and you don't know who you are, you fit into the misnomer called civiliter mortis, which means dead in the eyes of the law. Which says in Black's Law Dictionary, anyone that calls himself a black American, for instance, okay, is dead in the eyes of the law. You're a zombie to these devils based on their law that they set up. Okay, you're already dead. So if you're already dead, that's the reason why they used to come up with little idiosyncrasies and little stuff that they used to say, reproaches and proverbs of reproach, talking about nigger ain't got no soul. Because you're dead in the eyes of the law that they set up for their benefit to your detriment. See? And we try to explain it to you, but shit, you don't get it. It's like, goddamn it, go right over your head like you're fucking retarded or something. And, I mean, it's ridiculous, but our people, 2/3 of our people will be cut off, man. Isaiah 65:13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. Right? What is that song? The new song that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is coming for the elect, the remnant of the seed of the house of Israel. Okay? Israelites are swarthy, melanated people of a dark-skinned nature. They're not every goddamn body on the fucking planet, man. The Most High chose Israelites above all nations upon the face of the earth. He chose us, the people that he's coming back to save, that he sent his son to die on a tree and shed his righteous and holy blood for their salvation. He chose Israelites, the people that he brought out with a strong hand and an outstretched arm out of the hand of the house of bondage from Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And the only people that came out of there were Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the Most High, the law and the services of the Most High and the promises. Okay? They're the only people that are going to receive this salvation. And then only an elect amongst those people, the hidden ones found in Psalm 83, that Yahweh Shai shed his blood to keep them covered through a prayer that he had made in John 17. Okay? Now let's go get all of that. Alrighty? Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hath chosen thee, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. This is a message to the Israelites that he brought out of Egypt, from out of the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Spiritual Sodom in Egypt is America. You got LBGTQ, and everybody's got to go to work. Everybody's a slave. That's the reason why you have millions of TikTok followers and people that make TikTok videos every day, pissed off at the fact that they go and work every day and get paid and got to give all their money away. And then go back to work and get paid and got to give all their money away. It's all over TikTok. What the fuck? Instagram, Messenger. Are these people bitching, whining, and complaining because there is no certain future for them to continue in Babylon the Great, America, the land of the valley of the shadow of death for the Israelites. No one else. Why? Because if you're a black American, you are dead in the eyes of the law. They can blow your goddamn brains out. Nobody's going to care. See? Why do you think back in the 80s and 90s the police were shooting us down in the street? Civiliter mortuus in Black's Law Dictionary 1910 second edition tells you that if all black Americans is to be calling themselves black is a misnomer. Okay? All right? And it is a mistruth. It's not true. You're not black. It's a lie. Okay? Okay? Damn, hold on, man. Let's get misnomer. All right, hold on. Misnomer. Misnomer. Boom. Misnomer. Noun, a wrong or inaccurate name or designation. A wrong or inaccurate use of a name or term. Okay? More definitions. Okay. Wrongly. So you've been wrongly called black. You've been wrongly called Indian. You've been wrongly called Mexican. Okay? These are misnomers. Okay? Let's get an example of a misnomer. Some well-known examples of terms that are or have been viewed as misnomers and are still widely used. Okay, they ain't gonna go into what another word for misnomer. Okay, to misname. Misnomer means to misname. A noun indicating a lack of fit when it comes to naming. Okay? See? They did that shit deliberately and on purpose to you. So this way you would become the lost tribes of Israel. As long as you believe and take pride in a misnomer or a misnaming of who you actually are, you're lost in the eyes of the Most High. You're not, because He loves you. His hand is stretched out still, right now, man. Okay, in order to have mercy upon you. That's the reason why He sent righteous men, pastors, according to His heart, that feed you with knowledge and understanding. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. Okay, that's the reason why He sent righteous men, the prophets, back in these last days to preach down the walls of Babylonian Jericho. Like I said earlier in the video. Okay. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself above. He's chosen you, and then He put you above all people that are upon the face of the earth. But you squandered, just like Esau did, the birthright and the blessing. So since there was no one else to give it to, because the Most High God had chose you and put Esau off to the side, and there's no one else that He's going to give this blessing to, He punished you. And He put your enemies and rulers and people that hate you on your neck. That's the reason why you are in Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and you have to give all your money and all of your whatever that you've accumulated to bill collectors. And the bill collectors are your enemies, a.k.a. the Edomites. They own, you want to buy a car? Who owns the car lot? White person. Oh, shit. You want to buy a house? Who owns the realty company? A white person. Oh, shit. Even white is a misnomer. Okay, white and black are social constructs that were created in 1681 in what is called West Virginia. I got that from Elder Malcolm. Okay? And way back in 2018. You know, and then he made a couple of long videos. One was 23 minutes, the other was 33 minutes. Who is Esau Edom? And he read into that book. You know, I downloaded the PDF. Right? Okay, so all of these people that you pay your bills to, light bill, gas bill, trash bill, water bill, property tax, mortgage, you know, the groceries at the store, all of this shit, all of these individuals are Edomites, more than likely. Okay. Verse 7, the Lord did not set His love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. Everybody had us outnumbered. That's the reason why the narrative of the biblical scriptures, basic instruction before leaving earth, Bible, okay, we would call upon the name of the Lord would send an angel or evil spirits amongst our enemies and destroy them from the within. By the time we got there, they were already destroyed. They killed each other. That's the narrative of the Bible. So who the fuck are these people over there calling themselves us? See? They're imposters, telling a lie. Now everybody in the world knows that they're imposters telling a goddamn lie, see? Perpetuating a lie. They're the largest welfare state in the world. They want to get rid of EBT cards and food stamps in order to give it to these fucking imposters. So this way they can push greater Israel and exterminate by the G word. Can't say that on you know, on mainstream media, no. The people in Gaza Strip, people in Lebanon, the people in Iraq, the people in Iran, Afghanistan. Okay. See, real shit, man. That's the plan. And turn all of that land over there into Israel. All of it. Okay? This is the insanity of B.B. Kowalski, a.k.a. Benjamin Nothing Not a Jew. Okay? But because the Lord loved you, so the Lord chose you, the Lord put you above all people, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai loved you. Those are three indications that the Most High wants you to rule, like it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the end of the world, this is the end of Esau's world. Okay, Elder Yashawama put a video out about 4 years ago, and then he remade it of a video of an individual that the elite had hired because they opened up the Oculus Eye, the black mirror device that they had hooked up to the CERN gate and allowed them to see in all the different probabilities and different possibilities of the future and to see if they could live forever. And they all came to one point in time where they would be destroyed. The salvation of the elect, which is the advent of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Let's get it. Revelation chapter 1, right? Verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and all their destruction. The end of Esau's world begins with this, right? Behold, he cometh with clouds, every eye shall see him. So even the people, so that rapture bullshit about secret rapture in the movies they put out, Left Behind, the people disappearing out of thin air and their clothes falling to the ground, is bullshit based on this biblical verse right here. Behold, he cometh with clouds. These clouds are the chariots of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, found in Psalm 68 and 17. Let's get it, and then we'll go back. Psalm 68, verse 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Now, we all saw the Ten Commandments movie. At the top of Mount Sinai, there was a giant cloud up there, wasn't it? Okay? But that's the closest that they could come to a rendition of what was actually written in the biblical scriptures. Okay? Okay, where is that other one? Ascribe ye strength unto the Most High. His excellency is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. Going back to Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Okay. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Why are they wailing? Why are they whining? Because they see up in the clouds an angry so-called black man with a swarthy colored individual whose hair is as white as wool, right? As it is written in Revelation 1 and 14. His hair and his heads of his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were of a flame of fire. The reason why his eyes were a flame of fire, because they got that from Superman and what you call it, Dark Side, with his Omega beams, Superman's heat vision. You know, I'm telling you, there's eyes of flame of fire. That's where they be getting this stuff from. These eyes of flame of fire, see, they're bloodshot from drinking wine. That's all it means. Okay? And his feet like undefined brass, as if they burned in a furnace. So his eyes of flame of fire means his eyes will be bloodshot, pissed off, angry. Can you imagine that? And he said he ain't going to drink no wine until he drinks it new with us in the kingdom. That day, okay, when he broke the bread and told Judas Iscariot, go and do what you got to do. In the upper room. Remember that? Okay. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. You take fine brass, you put it in a furnace. Okay, let's go get proof of that since you know. Let's go get it. Hold on. Alrighty, let me see if I can find that video, or not video, but I'm gonna show you an image of fine brass as though it's burned in a furnace. Boom. Okay. Alrighty, hold on, pay attention now. Alrighty, pay attention. Okay, now you got Hebrew Israelite brass, fine brass, right? You got fine brass, then you got burnt brass. This is the same vessel. One is shot from above it on the floor, and then one is sitting on the table. It's the same vessel, okay? And the same vessel sitting on a table, looking at it at a point of view as you looking at it, as you looking at a wall. But the other one's sitting on the floor with taking a picture of as a floor, brand new out the box. Stick it in the furnace. When it comes out, burnt brass. Okay. Revelation, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like undefined brass, as if they burned in the furnace. Okay, this is what the reason why the nations of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Why? Because. Okay. Because of this. If Yahweh's hair was like this, his skin looked like this, is from here. Okay. Hold on. Then who the fuck is this? Okay. That's why all the nations believe in this image right here. Okay? All of them. Everywhere. Even the goddamn Hamites. They believe this is what Jesus would look like. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay? If Yahweh's hair was like this, his skin looked like this, is from here, then who is this? Okay? Okay? Right? White as wool, white as snow, fine brass, burnt brass now. Hold on, burnt brass now. See? Now you know why they're wailing. Okay. Okay, NLT. Uh-oh. What does it say? NLT. Burnished, what does it say? Burnished bronze. Hold on, let's go back. Revelation 1, NLT. And 14. His hair and his head were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like flames of fire. Verse 15. His feet were like polished bronze, refined in a furnace, and his voice thundered like many ocean waves. Okay. Polished bronze. Let's see if we can get that. Polished bronze. Fine brass.
Strong's G 5474. Chalkalibanot. Chalkalibanot.
Right. See, this is what white man put in here. Implied in the mean of whiteness. Bullshit. Okay. Burnished copper implied of whiteness and brilliancy. So let's go find some burnished copper. Okay, let me go find it. Let's go find burnished copper. Right? Burnished copper. Burnished copper. Hold on. Burnished copper. Oh shit. Lightly burnished copper. What the fuck? Okay. This is the reason why the white dude that came up, he was talking shit about, well, Yahweh, but Jesus was from, he was Mediterranean. No, he's not from the Mediterranean, bro. Okay? He's not from the Mediterranean. He's not from the Mediterranean. Okay? He's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Doesn't say a goddamn thing about Mediterranean. There's no such goddamn country or an inheritance called Mediterranean. Let's go visit Mediterranean, the country of Mediterranean. What the fuck, man? Okay, I mean these Peckerwoods, man. Okay, anything to justify their interest into the kingdom of heaven after what they've done and the blood that they've shed, which is bullshit. Okay. Okay, copper surfaces. So we need to go get, well, okay, let's go get burnished bronze. Images. Oh, it got darker. Look at these pickle woods, man. Come on, man. White people gonna put themselves in there no matter what you do. That's what they trying to do, man. Is they trying to supplant the Most High's people as they were taught to do. Okay? Burnished bronze. Only one people on earth that looks like this. Okay? Burnished bronze. Come on, man. Okay? I don't see no white people that are orange. Now you can make a joke about that and say it's Donald Trump, but it ain't gonna work. Okay? Agent Orange, right? I get it. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, man. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ain't gonna forget his people, man. He chose a specific people that are going to receive salvation. Okay? John chapter 17, verse 6. I have manifested my name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and I have kept thy word. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. That means all the spiritual power, raising people from the dead, walking on water. You see what I'm saying? And the things that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach had went through in order to get to that cross is another reason why they said that so-called blacks have no soul and they can't feel pain. This is where they get this bullshit from, man. But they make movies. Charlton Heston. They got movies of different individuals portraying Jeebus crossed all the fucking time, right? And it's never the same God. For I have given unto them the words that thou hast given me, gavest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Okay? So the Most High gave certain individuals, the elect of the house of Israel, the remnant, to Yahweh Shai HaMashiach for that atonement blood to cover those individuals in the sins that they commit in keeping the law. Okay? Because if you return to the Most High, that means you tried to practice or rehearse the righteous acts, which is to fear God and keep his commandments. You see what I mean? Verse 10, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, O Holy Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou hast gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition. Who is the son of perdition? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? Let's go get proof of that. Okay. Romans chapter 9. Okay. As it is written, verse 13. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Where is it written? Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. And, okay, let's start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I've hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. But, okay, let's go get NLT. I have always loved you, saith the Lord, but you retort, really? How have you loved us? And the Lord replies, this is how I showed my love for you. I loved your ancestor Jacob, but I rejected his brother Esau and devastated his hill country. I turned Esau's inheritance into a desert for jackals. How's he going to turn his hill country, which is his countries, his states, his cities, right? Let's get it. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Everywhere you go, on every continent, there are cities that were created by Esau, enslaving the people to build it, giving them incentive pennies on the dollar. So this way they could use their industrial complex to make money while they oppress the people in whatever continent in which they've built their cities. Okay? For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord. Okay? Okay. 22, Isaiah 14, NLT. This is what the Lord of heaven's army says. I myself have risen against Babylon, America. I will destroy its children and its children's children, saith the Lord. Okay? Kill this man's children. Let them die because of their father's sins. Okay? These Edomites are finished, man. Why do you think they're challenging us on all different types of social platforms? They must not rise and conquer the earth, filling the world with their cities. Okay, let's go back. Then I answered and said, what shall be the beginning, the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, what the white boy came up and asked me, he says, okay, well, do you believe in predestination? It's like, yeah, I do. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has already predestinated who those of his elect that he's going to save, and those of his elect that he's not going to save. It's not guaranteed that I'm going to be saved. It's not guaranteed, but I have an unction from the Holy One and a blessing from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that I've learned his name, and I've learned that I'm an Israelite, and I've learned what I am supposed to do in order to receive that salvation that he wants me to have. Okay? But first I have to prove myself as an Israelite that he would approve of. And that's why we have to go through Jacob's trouble. And I woke up worried this morning, but after these biblical scriptures, the worry just goes away. It just goes the fuck away, man. Because it's a promise here, man. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Let's go get Isaiah. Where was that? Where was I at? Is this the same chapter? Oh, no. Oh, Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. Right? And it shall come to pass that in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. So we're not going to be depending on Esau, Edom during the time of Jacob's trouble. They're going to be looking for us. We're going to be pilgrims upon the earth during this time. Okay, let's get... okay. Salakia. This is Jacob's trouble right here. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of, see, and that's that biblical scripture right there, 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Okay, that speaks of reincarnation. Because this is Ezra. The book of Ezra between Ezra and Nehemiah right after what is it, Chronicles? Okay, you have Ezra, Nehemiah, right? I think it's, I'm trying, I may got them messed up, but like I said before, you know, let's see, Chronicles. Yep, after Chronicles, Ezra and Nehemiah. This guy Ezra is right here in Second Ezra. Same thing. Okay. Oh man. So he's saying pretty much that who will deliver me in those days? So he automatically assumed that he's going to come back in the reincarnation and be in the days, in these last days, in order to receive his salvation. I mean, this man is having a conversation face to face with angels of the Most High and the Most High himself, man. Okay, come on, man. So yeah, Ezra's here, Nehemiah's here, Job is here. Hell, even in Job, in the book of Job, Job tells you about right? No, Job chapter 19, verse 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. Verse 26. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. Okay? Okay, NLT. And after my body has decayed, that means after he's dead and he's regenerated back into the earth through the act of procreation between a man and a woman, okay? Yet in my body, I will see the Most High. And I will see him for myself, yes, and I will see him with my own eyes. Okay? See? So that just goes to tell you that reincarnation is real, man. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days. These are men that have been long dead for centuries that looked into the future using the power of the Holy Spirit, the Rahab Kakwadash that was upon them to make these biblical prophecies known to us here in these last days as a message, a mystery that only the initiated of the Most High would be able to understand. That's the reason why we can't make everybody understand these, because these words are mysterious. They're mysteries. Okay? And only the initiated amongst those individuals. And I just showed you in John chapter 17 who the Most High had initiated to receive the biblical prophecies here in these last days. Like it says in Job, concerning the hidden ones. Those hidden ones are those of us that at that time would not be aware that they're Israelites, but would come into the light of truth through other righteous men that had been done the work, that had and then enter into their labors, and then we would come into the truth, and then we would do the same for others after us. That's the reason why you have apostles, you have prophets. The apostles came after the prophets, right? And all of the apostles and all of their wording in the New Testament was based on the words of the prophets of a previous life that they had already lived. Okay? That's the only thing that makes any sense. And Esau Edom can't make heads or tails of it. It doesn't make any sense to him. So they created an entire new goddamn religion, and it includes everybody in the fucking planet in it. You can eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You can have sex with little children. You can have sex with men. If you're a grown man, you can push his fudge in. If you're a woman, you can grind at the Y and eat at the nappy dugout. All that nasty shit, right? And still be saved. Really? See? And this is Esau Edom, the reason why he must be destroyed. In the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The powers are in fear right now. They've been scared for the last, since 2017, 2012, pretty much, when they started seeing more and more of the chariot sightings, the clouds, okay, the chariots of the Most High, all over the place, calling them orbs, drones and shit. This is what they're calling them nowadays. They're calling the chariots of the Most High drones, right? They went up there to try to test these drones. Drones shoot them out of the sky. Boom. I got videos on my channels that shows an actual orb shooting energy out of it, right? Okay. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute, right? But for all these they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. So the people of the world are not going to turn back from the wickedness that they've been accustomed to doing for all their life. Ever since they could walk, all they know is to do wrong, man. So they're going to continue doing it because that's all they know. They don't know any other way because they're comfortable with that. They're comfortable with doing everything backwards, okay? Behold, victuals, which are food, shall be so good cheap upon earth, they shall think themselves to be in good case. And see, a lot of people, because fiat currency is still being used, they think themselves to be in good case now. No problem. They ain't got a problem with it. Oh, yeah, they can go to the store. They can go to the steakhouse. They can go to the fast food restaurant and buy different shit. But then when they start closing down all these businesses and their fiat currency can't be used in society, what are they going to do? The only way they're going to do to survive is to take the mark of the beast. And that's what we tell people and warn people about every single day. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Just hold on for a little longer. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai says, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay? It might last a month. Shit, you can go a month without buying fast food restaurant, going to the grocery stores or whatever have you. People have tried to tell you to plant food in your backyard. Onions, tomatoes, whatever you can, whatever, because when the food is cut off, when the power is out, when there's no running water, people are going to fucking panic. That's what they're going to do, man. Asking anybody, what do we do? What do we do? Because they don't have any leadership. The government's going to shut off the internet. The children are going to go completely crazy because that's all they know is TikTok, Instagram, Messenger. They're going to try to kill their parents, pissed off at the fact they can't get on TikTok and dance around and shake their ass and make stupid memes about dumb shit. It doesn't matter. Okay? I'm telling you, all of this shit's going to happen. Right? Behold, victuals shall be so good upon and cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. The great confusion. You got LBGTQ. A man can go into a woman's bathroom dressed like a woman. A man can pretend to be a baby today, or a dog, or a fucking cat. That's confusion, right? For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the famine and the hunger shall the sword destroy. What is the sword? Who has the power of the sword? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay? They're the only people that oppress an indigenous population of people, steal their land, put the indigenous population of people whose land you stole into a reservation or an open-air prison, steal more land from more people, and enslave them on the very self-same property that they own. Only a fucking devil would do that. Okay? For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man left to comfort for them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down, and there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. See? So all of these things are going to happen, man. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Woe unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. These are all the nations that are in the news right now. Syria, Egypt, Asia, and Babylon. Come on, man. Western Asia contains the so-called Middle East. That's where all the problem is starting, right? The least of the flock. Those individuals that calling themselves Israeli. They're imposters. The Bible's narrative does not change. The people of the most holy book of the Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth, are Israelites. to whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the services of the Most High, and the promises. So I just wanted to let you know that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has already chosen who's gonna survive this thing, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 67. Behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities to meddle no more with them forever. That's how you repent. That's exactly how you repent. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities to meddle no more with them forever. So all the stuff that you used to do, get high, get drunk, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, leave it alone. Hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. But see, that's the atonement blood that covers me for the mistakes that I make in trying to keep the commandments and do the best I can. You know, because as long as I believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and you do too, the Most High will cover you in your mistakes. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it intentionally. You know, I mean, you might have a hard day at work, you drink a little too much, get high, whatever, get drunk or whatever. The Most High Yahweh is watching what you're doing, man. Okay? And the Holy Spirit will not reside within a vessel of a malicious soul, right? Now, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Okay? You know what that is, don't you? That's martial law. That's going to come along, put you in jail, one of these FEMA camps, Federal Emergency FEMA camps. You can't tell you exactly what it is anymore. You know, they got so many different ways to stop you from finding out any information that's of any good on the internet, right? Right? For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and this great multitude is Esau, Edom, and the nations. They're pissed off at the fact that you have eternal salvation and eternal glory and eternal rulership over your enemies coming to you as a gift from the Most High God in heaven, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and they don't want you to have it. They want to have at you one last time and blow your brains out, rape your children in front of you, cut your man's rod off, cut his throat, blow his brains out, you know, just all kind of evil wickednesses that's at the door. Because when the power goes off, when the lights go off, when the water stops running, people are going to panic. Because when they go to the store, there's nothing there. You see, they're trying to stop all of the trucks that's coming in and out of the states across the United States from going and delivering food. They did the same thing to the flood victims in North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. Remember, they stopped all those trucks, all traffic, all the people that were trying to get in there to help the drowned victims, the hurricane victims. Okay, but the government stopped them. Okay, same thing, but it's going to be countrywide, from state to state. They're just going to stop. If you're an 18-wheeler, you're going to be stopped and pulled over by the police. Okay, until they run out of headroom for the police. I'm telling you. Okay. Then they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. And those that consent unto being police officers, those that consent to being fire department, that work for hospitals, sheriff's departments, okay, once martial law is included, they're going to add the military troops unto local and state and federal authorities, okay? And they're going to be backed up, and under martial law, you're going to be subject to military law. Habeas corpus is going to be offline. You won't be able to have a judge. You're going to have judge, jury, executioner right there on the spot. That's okay. Okay, that's what is it? Sedition. You see what I mean? When these things are jumping off, like it tells you in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Let's get it. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. What's the modern day sword? The gun. Every other American citizen has a gun or a pistol or some sort of weapon that they could use to harm another, right? That's going to cause that sedition amongst men where they're invading one another. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They're going to be kicking each other's door in, right? They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the kings or princes are individuals of state and federal authorities such as the governors, the city council members, the police chiefs, you know, state senators, your president, the kings and princes, right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know, the police ain't coming. 911 is going to be offline, okay? Because they're going to be trying to do what they can to protect their family, to protect their friends and family in their neighborhoods, okay? So they're going to be busy doing that. They ain't got time to come and help you out. You're on your own. This is martial law. When the power, the lights, and the water go off, that's what's going to happen, okay? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's martial law. They're going to stop you at the state line. They want to see your papers. They want to see your digital ID. If you don't have a digital ID, and the only way you can access that digital ID is you have to take the mark of the beast. You got to have either the Elon Musk Neuralink brain chip, or you have to have the microchip made by the Verichip Corporation owned by Donald Trump. One of the two, but that's what's going to happen. Okay? That's the reason why they're digging for lithium in North Carolina. They're trying to go to war in Mexico because there's a lithium mine the size of one of the largest mountains in Mexico. Okay? And they're going to Mexico against the cartels? Whatever. They're not dealing with the cartels. They're trying to go in there to stop China from mining that lithium because Mexico has an agreement with China to mine for lithium to make more electronics parts. You see what I'm saying? That way they can blackmail with extortion America and raise the prices and tariffs to get the electronics that they need to make America run. See? That's the reason why Donald Trump is going into war to have war with Mexico. So they can shut down that lithium refining plant in Mexico and have a war against China simultaneously. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and violate Mexico. So everybody, all the nations are going to be against Babylon the Great, America. Let's go get Revelation chapter 17, right? Verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. The great whore is America, Babylon the Great. How does she sit on many waters? Because she has a United States consulate and a military base on every continent on the face of the earth. And every continent on the face of the earth has a different body of water that it sits upon. Understand? With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Right? The fornication of the whore of Babylon is that they made plans and pacts and signed peace agreements with America, and America betrayed them all. Right? And so he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman set upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay? Now, that scarlet colored beast is Edom. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, America, okay, which is white privilege and white supremacy. Okay, wherever they go. The 7 heads are the 7 kingdoms that they rule with white privilege and white supremacy. Okay, you had Rome, Italy, France, Germany, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Greece, what's the other one? Great Britain. Okay, I said France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Germania Major, Germania Minor. Okay, Great Britain, and damn, I forgot the last one. Let me go see if I can find it. It's in the images. Let me back out. It's in images. I just need to find it. You know, because I forgot. Slovakia. But anyway, yeah, like I said before, man, all these things are going to jump off, man. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay? Because this is all biblically prophesied, man. That all these things would happen. You know, starvation, the guillotines. They're going to bring back the smart guillotines. I hope you guys know that. Okay? They're going to bring that back, man. Okay, that's what Donald Trump is talking about. He's talking about bringing back executions and what type of the death squads. You know, summary execution on the spot. You know, all that shit, man. Donald Trump ain't playing. Okay, and he wants to come against individuals that are anti-Semitic, which is impossible for us to be anti-Semitic, right? Okay, the Greeks, Britain, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, right? Germania Major, the Romans, French, Spaniard, Germania Minor, British, and the Greeks, right? And this is on Revelation chapter 17, right? This is an image of Revelation chapter 17. NATO. America rides upon NATO. And NATO have all those nations in it I just spoke of. Okay? Now, let's get back over here to biblical scriptures. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Right? You know, what makes her a fornicator? Okay? Freedom of religion. Freedom to do as thou wilt. The freedom to do anything. You go to another country, you don't have those same freedoms that you have here in America. To just do evil and wickedness, worship devils, worship to shed blood of children, right? You don't have that in other countries. You're going to be immediately put to death. Rape. You're going to immediately be put to death. There is no court system in a lot of those other countries. If there is a court system, you're immediately subject to summary execution by firing squad. Okay? Okay, real shit, man. Mystery Babylon. Okay, hold on. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, right? Freedom of religion and abominations of the earth, LBGTQ, right? And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Right? So let's skip down here. All right. Verse 15, Revelation 17, verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Is not America the great American melting pot, where you have multitudes, nations, tongues, and peoples of different nationalities? Right. Verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her with flesh and burn her with fire. How's that going to happen? Thermonuclear destruction. World War III. Why do you think Donald Trump is going through the entire earth signing all these executive orders and estranging himself from all the other nations on the earth? Why do you think he's doing that? Okay, in order to set America up for failure, so this way they can be destroyed. Praise the Lord. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. That makes Revelation chapter 17, verse 16 come to pass. Right? For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High be fulfilled. Okay? And the woman that thou sawest is that great city, America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Right? And I just showed you a picture of America reigning over the kings of the earth. Okay? Right? See? The great whore. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. See? Okay? Full of names of blasphemy. Okay? Who are the kings of the earth? NATO. Okay? EU, NATO, United Nations, right? The kings of the earth. Anyway, I'm going to get off this video. You know, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rahavah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Okay. Because, like I said before in Isaiah 65, the servants of the Most High shall eat, but a lot of people are going to go hungry. Shalom.